So I'm really nervous. I got about an hour and 15 minutes before the call with the parole board. So I'm sitting here on my phone making notes, and I'm kind of something that somebody who I love very much, that loved my mother very much, my mother's best friend, had said to me, Collier, don't look at what you're looking at in the lens of Collier. You can do anything, you can rise above all these challenges, and you can be this good person and turn your trauma into triumph. She said, think about all of this that you're going to talk about on your very worst day, how this has affected you. Not how you've used it to empower you, but how it has made you feel and affected you on your worst day. So that's what I'm sitting in, and I'm writing all the things in the way that my father used to gaslight me and blame me for his conviction and all of this. And then all of a sudden, as his story changes, but for years and years and decades really, telling me how it was my fault, how I was manipulated, how I'm the reason he's in prison. And all of these things are coming out right now, an hour and 15 minutes before I'm supposed to have this call. And on top of that, his reentry specialist told me, when I said, please keep our conversation confidential, after I called the parole board and said, is this going to be confidential? He said, well, I'll let you tell him everything. I said, because I need to talk to my father about this. I'm going to see him in a week. I want to discuss this with him and what I say. And he said, well, I'll just let him know whether I thought you did a good job representing him. Way to put pressure on someone who is dealing with childhood trauma, that obviously deals with daddy issues, that probably wants his father's approval. Way to be like, well, I'll give you a gold star. It's so manipulative. And I don't think that people this reentry specialist and these people whose agenda it is to get my father out of prison and to re-enter him into society. And it's probably going to look good because it's a big murder case. And look, this guy was locked up with my father, but all of a sudden he's telling me, like, I'll give you a gold star with your dad if you do good by him. That's putting undue pressure on me, because there's already pressure on me from my father sending me emails saying, oh, well, you need to be good with the parole. Watch what you say. We need to be very careful. The whole we need to be very careful. And the thing is that no, I need to tell the truth just like I did, because this is a full circle situation. That's the truth. So to have this guy then try to weaponize that against me, you better believe I'm going to bring this up with the parole board. And it's unfortunate, because things like that, no one is actually considering the people who have to live through this, who have been through this trauma, or who have been impacted by the crimes of these people. They don't think about that. All they think about is themselves, really, at the end of the day, and their quote unquote client. And it's really up. It's my opinion, but as someone who's lived through this, it's not cool. So we'll see what happens.